Today we're taking a look at a product that was sent to me by our friends over at Leaf, and it is a Dermaplainer, something that honestly I had no idea even existed. Now Leaf was so nice to send me out their Dermaplaner kit, which comes with a few accessories, but just the base tool itself comes with the Dermaplaner, 2 blades, 2 guards, and a little precision clip. Where the kit that I got came with a nice stand that will hold the Dermaplaner either vertically or horizontally very nicely for both display as well as storage. The kit also came with 10 extra blades and 10 extra guards. And of course, because the whole premise behind Leaf is sustainable shaving, all of the kit was packed in cardboard, which of course is recyclable and breaks down fairly quickly. You know they go that far with their razors as well, and that is no exception when it comes to the Dermaplaner. Now the Dermaplaner comes in several colors, including rose gold, black, chrome, prism, silver, mercury, gold, and a special one for Earth Month, I believe that it was, called blueberry. And of course, if you buy the kits, the stands matches the razors because, well, we can't have unmatching stands. Now, if you're like me and you never heard of a Dermaplaner before, basically it's a mechanical way to exfoliate your face, as well as it works great for taking care of any baby hairs, also known as peach fuzz, and because of the precision clip that easily clips onto the razor, you can easily clean up any hairs around the eyebrows or in between them that may need to be cleaned up from time to time. Now, although it looks like this might be really good for cleaning up a beard line or getting a few hairs around the mustache, it's really not meant for that. Now that you know what a Dermaplaner is and what it's meant for, you might be wondering how the heck you're supposed to use this thing. Do you use shave cream? Don't you? No, you actually just wash your face, make sure that your face is dry, or you can use a little bit of shave oil just to add a little bit of slickness to it, but it's either dry or shave oil. It's pretty much your main options for this. Now, unlike when we shave, we're gonna wanna hold the skin tight, as well as we're gonna hold this at a much steeper angle than you would when you're shaving at a 30 to 35. With the Dermaplaner, you're looking at about a 45-degree angle for optimum use. And now that we've got the skin pulled tight, the Dermaplaner at the right angle, you're going to use light pressure and short strokes down and toward the center of the face. Now there will be places that you can't do a down and angle toward the center of the face, such as around the nose, the upper lip. That's perfectly fine. As long as you're keeping that angle and the tight skin, you should be able to get the exfoliation that you're needing to get. Once you've done your entire face with the Dermaplaner, you're simply going to rinse your face. Then you can use something like a moisturizing cream or even the shave oil to rehydrate and help protect that new skin that is now contacting air. Now, like all shaving utensils, there is some maintenance that is needed with the Dermaplaner, but it is a fairly simple maintenance. After you are done dermaplaning, you're gonna wanna rinse the tool off, including the blade and the guard. Make sure that you do open the Dermaplaner, as when I got done using it, I noticed that some of the ickiness kind of works its way up into that area. So you wanna make sure that you rinse that off really good, but carefully, because remember, there is a razor here. And you can disinfect both the blade and the guard with a little bit of alcohol if for some reason you feel that that isn't necessary. You're going to want to change the guard as well as the blade at least once a month or once every 3 times that you use it, because, well, blades get dull, and I'm not sure exactly what will happen to the guard, but it is a very thin metal, so I'm guessing that over time that probably takes a little bit of a beating as well. If you would like a detailed video on how to do this, make sure to leave me a comment down below and I'll be sure to make one. My experience using the Dermaplaner was exactly that, an experience, meaning that I have used it once this morning before recording this video. So to get ready this morning to use the Dermaplaner, I went ahead and took a shower, shaved my head, did 1 pass shave of my face with the Leaf Thorn to get the majority of my 4 days worth of hair growth off of my cheeks and my chin. I learned fairly quickly when I started to use the Dermaplaner that it is not a razor, meaning I'm used to holding the razor, you know, like this. You can't do that. So you have to hold the Dermaplaner at a few different angles. It took me a little bit to figure out exactly how to hold this thing. but I think that it's fairly intuitive on how to hold the razor. It's very well balanced. It is not heavy and is not light. You really don't need to add much pressure whatsoever. The only pressure that you really need to add to this while using it is, well, the pressure that you are using to hold the blade to your skin. And I think that they got the weight on this just right. I found that when they say that this isn't made for facial hair, they mean it. Because of that little guard in there that makes it so you don't cut yourself when you are dermaplaning, it basically makes it so that the hairs kind of get stuck and pull and tug when you hit your facial hair as a man. So this is definitely not for those areas, even if you are freshly shaven it. But once I moved over to around the nose and the inner cheek area here, I found out that after not using an exfoliator for a week, this thing pulls that stuff up pretty darn good. Now, I did notice that it didn't look like I was really getting a lot, but once I opened that up to rinse it out, I saw exactly how much gunk I was pulling off of my face and just my cheeks and around my eyebrows with the Dermaplaner. So it definitely does what it says that it's gonna do. And then it came to trying this thing out around the eyebrows with the little precision clip, which I definitely found to be on the interesting side and a nifty little accessory. Because what it does is it essentially cuts the Derma blade length into about half, which means that you don't need to worry about what the back half of the Dermaplaner is doing while working around your eyebrows and in between. I found that this was actually fairly good for getting those little hairs that I have that almost turns my eyebrows into unibrow, but luckily they're not that dark. Now I also have a few little baby hairs that grow outside of my beard and mustache area that I found that this was no problem for. They didn't tug or pull on those. It just simply removed them fairly quickly with no hassle or pain. I really wish that there was someplace else to store the little precision clip, because although it clips onto the Dermaplaner blade very nicely, if that's not where you're having it most of the time, it just seems like it'd be a very easy little piece to accidentally knock off your counter into the garbage can or lose in a drawer somewhere. And it is a fairly important piece if you want to easily cut around your eyebrows. Which all of that brings me to, is this something that I will use regularly? Well, no, it's not. In fact, this may be one of the few times that I will use this product by Leaf. Not because it's bad, however, because I think that this is a terrific product for the right person. See, I'm not the right person. I'm a guy, I have facial hair. This doesn't work with that. If they ever came out with, I don't know, let's say a different guard for it, that would allow me to use it for, I don't know, a detail razor around the beard area, the mustache area, then things may change and I may start using this. This is really made for a woman's face. It is a woman's product, and you can see that by just scrolling through the comments on the Dermaplaner. There are a lot of women out there that really like this Dermaplaner, and I can't say that I'm surprised, because Leaf does their homework, and Leaf doesn't just put out a product for the sake of putting out a product. They want it to be eco-friendly, they want it to work really well, and to really be a lifelong item, which I do think that this is. So now you're probably sitting there wondering why I reviewed this in the first place if it's for women. Well, there's a couple of reasons. One, because I like reviewing Leaf products. Like I said, I've got 3 razors that I really like of theirs. I've got the original Leaf, the Twig, and the Thorn. The Twig and the Thorn are usually my go-tos back and forth when I'm not reviewing another razor. So I want to give this a review and let you guys all know about it. And honestly, I was hoping there might be a little bit of utility for us guys, even though they say that it's not for facial hair. I was hoping that I might be able to use it for detail work anyway. So now, do I think a Dermaplaner by Leaf is something that you should pick up? Well, considering that most of my audience is males that shave and can grow facial hair, I'd probably say not for yourself. If you're one of the few women that watch my reviews, however, yeah, absolutely. Now, for you guys that do grow beards, you might be wondering why you've watched this video. Well, you've watched it to educate yourself so that you can pick up a couple of these for the females in your lives. Whether it's girlfriends, wives, daughters, mothers, heck, even mother-in-laws. I'm sure if they are using a Dermaplaner or exfoliating regularly and taking care of themselves, I'm sure that they would be more than happy to get this for a birthday, Mother's Day, whatever, no occasion whatsoever needed. Just make sure that when you do, that you don't say, hey, honey, I got you something for all those little hairs on your face. that won't go over well, gentlemen. Which brings me to the cost. If you want to get one of these for your loved ones, you can get the kit, which comes with the 10 refill, 10 blades, and the stand for right around $60, because I do believe they've got a sale going on right now. Now, if you want to get just the Dermaplane tool with 2 blades and 2 guards, that comes in right about $40. But gentlemen, just skip that one and just spend the extra $20 for the full kit, because believe me, you don't want this laying around in a drawer or whatever. It's just so much nicer to be able to have some place that it can call home, and to make sure that you have the refills that they're gonna need as time goes on. It just makes sense. Plus you're saving yourself a few dollars by doing so, because I think you end up saving like $9 or $10 or something like that. I didn't do the full math on it, just getting these 2 things separately. So just go ahead, get the entire kit, and call it a day. So if you're gonna pick up 1 or 5 of these for the women in your life, make sure to go ahead and hit that affiliate link down below. And if you want to learn why you should be buying the leaf version of the Dermaplaner instead of one of the 2 most sold on Amazon, make sure to hit that subscribe button, because the next video I'm gonna have for you is a comparison video of these 3 products. And you'll be able to find that video, if I've already put it up, right up here. Down below, that's going to be the playlist for Leaf, so that you can see all of the great products that Leaf has sent me to review in the past. Until next time, as always, you have a good one.